Today we are reacting to How to Beat the Purge, Anarchy. What going people, it's your boy Nizo, aka Ready. So, some more reactions guys. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Share the channel out to your family and friends. Also guys, get out my social media, NOKT Records as well, my label, which will all be down in the description below. Make sure you guys go over there, check that out, show me some love on that side, follow me, my socials, and yeah man, let me know you came from YouTube, let me know that you came from this video.
You're stranded in downtown LA, and for 12 horrible hours, the government has legalized all crime, even murder. Miles from home and without a weapon, how do you survive when everyone in Los Angeles wants to kill you? I'm going to break down the mistakes made, what you should do, and how to beat the Purge, Anarchy. This is the day that everyone's been dreading. Eva here is anxious to clock out of her crap job. She's only got 2 hours to get
Carla, imagine living like this though. 1 minute you're chilling, just minding your business, doing your thing, you know, just living your life. Just doing whatever it is you normally do in your life. And then next thing you know, you get an announcement saying that, brother, Purge is happening. That's literally hell on earth, bro. That's literally hell. That is actually very, very scary. Like, what do you actually do in that situation? The people that don't know how to use a weapon or a gun or anything like that, peak times, dark times, bro. But the people that are efficient with using guns and stuff like that, you know, the people that love guns that are gone crazy. I know some of you Americans, man, love their guns, man, Americans, bro. But yeah, they'll have a they'll have a time, not gonna lie. But for the normal people, peak. It's very peak, very, very peak.
And prepare for tonight's Purge, a yearly event where all crime is legalized. If you get stuck outside when it starts, you're almost guaranteed to get brutally murdered. A coworker teases that he might kidnap her tonight, and her friend's a little jealous of the attention. But it's not funny or cute. He has every legal right to kidnap, rape, and kill both of these women. Alright, this is a f***ing stressful situation. The small—
I actually just deep that as well. Niggas can do anything. And when I mean anything, anything. So niggas can literally go out and rape it. Oh, that is dark. That's actually so crazy.
Piss someone off, and the next thing you know, you're being hunted down in the Purge. That Starbucks barista who gets your name wrong, dead for sure. No matter who you think you trust, you shouldn't. Because the worst version of them will come out tonight. And almost all murders across the world are committed by people who know the victims. So keep to yourself and don't piss anyone off. The waitress walks back home, passing by people urgently shuttering everything closed and boarding up their storefronts. An arms dealer stops her and tries to convince her she should buy weapons to slit her man's throat. That's a serious sales pitch, and it makes her really uncomfortable. Little does she know that tonight, she'll be caught in the Purge, and she'll be wishing she bought that gun. Now, you obviously won't be surviving the night without decent preparation. Americans spend $11 billion on firearms per year, and there's no way I'm living in this America without a weapon for every occasion. But not everyone has the money to build themselves a doomsday bunker. So what's the best strategy on a budget? I would make sure I had a tactical whip. These things f***ing hurt. Even a light swing can bring a man to tears, and it requires zero skill or strength to inflict maximum damage. She walks into her building and gets her wrap.
Wait, what is that? Is that like a whip or something? Any person that's American that's watching this right now, tell me what that is. It's like a whip, like some rod or something like that.
Sleazy superintendent. Not the kind of guy you want around you during the Purge. This guy is seriously gross, and she manages to evade him, but I wouldn't risk—
Yeah, this nigga looks, he looks spooky from the get-go, bro. Look at his flipping, bro, look at how he's even dressed as well, fam. You can just tell he's gonna be up to no good when the Purge starts here. He just looks spooky from the get-go.
Rude on Purge night, because this encounter is gonna come back to haunt her. She gets home and is greeted by her daughter Callie and her dad. He's sick and needs expensive medicine, which costs them a fortune every month. That's money they should be spending on security and weapons, and it makes the dad feel guilty as hell. In another part of the city, Shane and Liz are a couple rushing to get home right before the killing starts. Talk about a bad time to do groceries. Getting back into their car, a guy slams into them, freaking them out. He's a member of a huge gang of purgers, and all of them just can't wait to start killing. One of them is even nice enough to wave hello.
That nigga shoved the fuck out of him, you know. Oh my god. He's lucky he's in the crew, you know.
No idea that their evening is already ruined, and they won't be making it home tonight. On their way back, the car breaks down, and the husband finds out it's been sabotaged. This guy was toying with them, and that would seriously freak me the fuck out. The masked gang pulls up behind them, but they'll have to wait until the sirens blare. The couple try to call for help and take way too long, because they're minutes away from the Purge. Okay, what the hell are they doing? The key to surviving the Purge has everything to do with preparation, and they couldn't even plan ahead enough for their groceries. Transportation in LA is notoriously bad, and they probably aren't getting any taxis when the purge is imminent. If my life was in danger every year, I would plan ahead and make sure I had hoverboards in the car at all times. If they live 15 miles away,
I can't lie though, like, you not being prepared for a whole purge that you know about, that celebrate every year, you not being prepared for that, you're literally setting yourself up, like, you want to die. Like, you're setting yourself up to die, literally, bro. Because how can you be underprepared for this? Like, it makes no sense to me, bro.
make it home in under an hour. And if you're wondering about the car, I'll bet there would be some kind of purge insurance for this. It might cost them an arm and a leg, but at least won't cost them their lives. At home, the waitress and her daughter prepare themselves for the purge as best as they can. But it ain't easy when you're on a budget. A warning flashes on the TV announcing the purge has begun. All crime will be legal for 12 hours, including murder. No emergency services will be available. The purgers get ready for slaughter, and these people are not messing around. They're hacking people up, filling them with bullets, and setting the city on fire. This guy has a freaking minigun in his truck and tears up 2 people walking by. This isn't even a fair fight. Downtown, the couple are totally stranded with no weapon, and if they don't find a place to hide, they'll—
You see, even though this isn't real, yeah, even though this isn't real, I'm deeping it if it was real. Bro, this is why I cannot live somewhere like, I can't live in somewhere like America, bro. I've been there enough times, but bro, you see this gun shit, bro, I do not play with that, bro. That shit's scary, bro. That man have hella guns and shit, bro. And bro, before you know it, you bump into the wrong person. You can literally talk to somebody in like, what do you call it? In a way that offends them, that gets them pissed off. And next thing you know, you're being hunted down during the badge. It's freaking crazy, bro. It's dark.
down soon. Hiding in this trash bin is not the worst idea. Man. Nobody wants to sort through piles of trash, hoping to find an unlucky victim. Purgers only have 12 hours to kill as many as they can, so they don't want to waste time looking for victims in unlikely or hard to reach places. Your instinct is to look for cover, but that's a mistake. All the buildings downtown are probably locked up, and gaining access to rooftops would be unlikely. I would be looking for 360-degree clear lines of sight and the lowest population density in the city, and that's a golf course. No purger would be wasting his time there, and you'd be able to see anyone coming for you from miles away. The mother and the daughter realize the old man is missing and find a message he left for them. He sold himself to rich clients who will kill him and send his family the money. It's horrifying. And the worst part is, the waitress isn't even surprised. This is how the rich purge, buying and killing their victims in the safety of their homes.
Whoa. So these lot have like a killing ritual that they do in their homes and that. Oh, that's crazy. What the, oh god.
Purge, you obviously have nothing to worry about because money is the best weapon of them all. They would be the safest people in the city, and that's why I would become a housekeeper, a nanny, or a butler. The rich families rely on you, and you get to spend purge night in the safety of their homes. They hear a strange noise outside and see heavily armed soldiers come out of a truck. These guys definitely don't look like purgers. So who are they? Their front door suddenly explodes into pieces. Someone has broken in, and their only gun is in the other room. It's the superintendent. The guy's here to purge, and nothing's gonna stop him from raping and killing.
I freaking knew this nigga was big. He just looks like a flipping. He looks like a nonce from the beginning, bro. He looked like one.
Both, and not necessarily in that order. Now you'd think this front door would be strong enough, but clearly, if someone has their heart set on murdering you, these boards won't stop a shotgun blowing through it. But how do you protect your home if you have no money? The cheapest and most effective way is to place steel doors between every room, with bolts and multiple padlocks. This provides safety from a threat inside the home, and the padlocks will each need to be shot through, wasting his ammunition. Guns would likely be cheap in this dystopian nightmare, so I'd have one secretly planted in every room. But they didn't take it seriously enough, and now they only have one option left. The mother begs him to leave her daughter alone, offering herself instead. He starts licking her face, but his quality time is interrupted.
Freaky ass nigga.
Noises outside. He goes to investigate and gets absolutely riddled with bullets. The 2 women hide in the closet and see soldiers come inside, looking ready to kill any survivors. They wait in terrified silence for the men to leave, but the closet door is thrown open. Instead of killing them, they're pulled through the building, watching their neighbors get executed. But why are they taking them and purging everyone else? Capturing someone is a sign they're going to do something even more twisted and f***ed up than a simple execution. Outside, a man in an armored car sees the 2 women getting thrown to the ground. He knows he shouldn't get involved, but he can't let them die. Lucky for them, this sergeant has a heart of gold, but he'll definitely be regretting this later. The divorced couple appear and spot the man's car. Taking cover, they realize the doors are unlocked and climb in to hide. Now, I'd immediately be trying to hotwire this thing. We've all seen it done in movies, but the truth is, since 2004, cars are virtually impossible to hotwire due to advanced computerized.
You can't hotwire cars anymore. That shit stopped in like the 90s or something, isn't it? They don't do that no more. But yeah, personally, for this Purge thing, yeah, if it's something that's celebrated every year, you think to be prepared. Like me personally, yeah, I'd get like weapons. I'll get like a knife. I'll make bare weapons, you know, like a fork, something like that that's sharp or something. Because not all people can afford a gun. I probably might not be able to afford the gun to protect myself in it, but like, I'd have other weapons that I could use just in case, and I'll put them in certain places just in case somebody comes to run up at me or tries to like get in my yard and do some crazy thing. But for you not to take the Purge seriously, it's crazy, bro. That's mad.
But they still have a chance to steal the car and escape because this man left his keys in the ignition and they don't even bother to check. Shameful. Crazy. The sergeant ambushes the soldiers, sweeping through the ranks, and shoots that minigunner guy in the face. This guy is a total badass. Once he's sure the area is clear of hostiles, he takes the woman with him to his car. Okay, let's take a moment to applaud his humanity. But also, this is really dumb. When every single person in LA is a threat, you can't let compassion get in the way. Decisions like this will get you killed. Seeing the strangers inside, the sergeant asks them politely to get the f*** out, but they don't have time to argue. The minigunner is still alive, and the masked gangsters have returned. They're cornered and need to move fast. They get in the car and narrowly escape, getting shot up in the process. The gang will catch up to them soon, and the sergeant demands to know why the two women were being taken instead of killed, but they have no idea. The daughter tries to find out what he was doing out there, but the answer is pretty obvious. He's voluntarily out during the Purge, he's got an armored vehicle, he's strapped to the teeth with weapons and ammo. This guy is f***ing dangerous because he's out here to kill. But then why is he saving people? Something doesn't add up. The engine starts smoking and they pulled over.
This type of situation is so mad, bro. Like, how do you, bro, listen, even him saving their lives, girl. Like, even him saving my life, if I was them, no, yo. I'll be skeptical of everybody, bro. I wouldn't be able to trust nobody, bro. Because what? I don't even think you could even trust your own family, bro. I actually don't think you can trust your own family with something like this. I don't think you can, bro. I genuinely don't think you can, bro. Because, bro, this situation is a tacky situation, bro.
It's toast. And now they can't hide from purgers or drive away. The situation just got way more dangerous. The sergeant doesn't want the extra baggage of 4 defenseless idiots to protect all night. At least he had the decency to give the husband a gun. Nothing they say will change his mind until the waitress promises she can get him a car, but only if he gets them to her friend's house safely. He agrees to the deal, and she calls her friend to tell her they'll be coming over. But first, they have to get through the Purgers. Their plan is to go down 5th and cut through the business district to avoid all gangs. Okay, already this is the worst plan ever. 5 people and 2 guns is a recipe for disaster. They're too vulnerable in the open streets, especially when there are snipers perched above them. Fortunately, LA has an epic underground tunnel system that was used during the Prohibition era. The King Eddie Saloon's basement is a part of the tunnel network, which is 2 blocks away from them. Under the city, there's a tunnel that connects the King Edward Saloon all the way to City Hall. They could try to break in and use the underground tunnels to hide out for the night, or resurface behind the Hollow Records on Temple Street using the staircase. Those masked thugs suddenly appear, chasing a victim down and throwing him into their ice cream van before driving away. It's not exactly normal Purge night behavior, and it's honestly even scarier than being killed. Who knows what they might have planned, and they might not release you when the Purge is over. The husband suggests they can take a shortcut and walk straight into a trap. He activates a blaring alarm and is dragged down the street. That's the worst thing you could have.
You'd think he would check his surroundings. But he's fucking stupid. And he just stepped onto the fucking thing, bro. Like, bro, you're in the Purge, bro. Every situation, every environment, yeah, could lead to your potential death, bro. Fam, I can't lie, if the husband dies, I'm gonna be surprised if he dies, bro.
Now every Purger is coming for you, and you have nowhere to hide. The sergeant fights them off and tells the husband to shoot the wire off quick. This is a lot harder to do and would waste a lot of ammo. It would have been a lot smarter to place the wire against the curb and shoot it at an angle, so it won't ricochet back at you, and you'll have a better chance to hit it. The husband frees himself and the group cuts through an alleyway. They only need to survive for 6 more hours.
No, the husband's got some major plot armor, man.
An anti-Purge resistance has hacked the billboards, calling on people to rebel against the government. They're going to be making a big move tonight, and these guys will be caught in the middle of an all-out political Purge war. Finally reaching the business district, the group discovers an abandoned truck, and there are dead soldiers everywhere on the ground. It's the same truck from earlier that night. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean it's safe. Liz here suddenly gets tackled by a soldier. He's half dead and murmurs before he dies that they were just doing their duty. Whatever that means, these guys are funded by some serious money. They have a high-tech surveillance system that's connected to the city's traffic cams. Okay, this is obviously a horrible government conspiracy, but who cares? Tonight is about survival, and we've hit the jackpot. I will be switching through every map and security camera to find the safest path through the city. With an army of anti-purgers, purgers, and now soldiers gunning people down, this is our best chance to get out alive. I take all the weapons, vests, and ammo and leave. With this much machinery, trust me, somebody's coming back for it, especially when it might reveal a government conspiracy. The husband spots another giant truck turning the corner, and the group rushes to get out of there. Sneaking around the nearby alleys, the sergeant sees the street crawling with bloodthirsty purgers. Luckily, there's a subway entrance across from them, and they all run into the subway. Down in the tunnels, the daughter tries to persuade the sergeant to give up his bloodlust and stop looking for revenge. He refuses, but she grows on him, and he gives her his Kevlar vest before they move on. They might think they're safe because they're underground, but this is actually one of the worst places to be. There's only 2 directions to travel in, and it's easily accessible to the public. This is a tactical nightmare, and now that nightmare has become a reality. Purgers appear behind them riding in buggies with not only a freaking flamethrower, but a giant machine gun too. Everyone begins to run, but there's no way they can outrun these buggies. The couple starts shooting at the purgers and the buggy explodes. But they still have 4.5 hours left in this night. They finally arrive at the friend's apartment building, but they've been careless. The military bandits have spotted them through the traffic cams. Nowhere in the city limits is it safe for them to run, and it's only a matter of time before these soldiers find them. They're welcomed by the waitress's friend, and they invite them all to stay through the night, but there's some tension in the room. The sergeant asks the waitress about her friend's car she promised, except there is no car. She lied to make sure her daughter got to safety. But that's when one of the hosts walks out of the kitchen and shoots the friend without any warning. She screams at her husband for having an affair with her sister, and she's decided now is the time for payback. With dinner now officially ruined, they leave and regroup in the hallway. Together they sneak out.
Don't cheat, guys, man. Don't cheat, man. Flipping out, you get shot up like flipping Tingy's sister, bro.
Building and over the fence, but as he's about to climb up, he hears the sound of soldiers coming around and is forced to hide. When the squad finally enters the building, he climbs over the fence only to get attacked by those masked purgers. He's knocked out and thrown into their truck with the rest of the group. The man in the god mask explains they've been following after the death squad trucks. They aren't here to purge, they just want to make money. Dragged out of the ice cream van, they're sold to these men who look a bit like waiters. This is getting really twisted. They're kneeled down on the line, and the curtain is drawn, revealing a huge dinner party for the richest and most powerful in the city. They're a part of tonight's entertainment, where these wealthy purgers get the privilege of hunting them down for sport. Now, it may not look like it, but this is their best news of the night. As soon as I hear hunting grounds, I'm smiling, because it means I have another chance to escape. We've got a military dude on our side, and let's be honest, these rich people are here because they aren't interested in getting hurt or risking their lives. The group gets herded into this dark arena, and the hunters enter wearing fancy night vision goggles with all kinds of weapons. They have a significant advantage here. These purgers are going to shoot them like fish in a barrel, and the sergeant's the only one with any combat experience. Their survival is placed completely in his hands. Okay, it's not looking good, but hiding in a corner will only get you killed. If you want to live, you have to win. My strategy here would be to disperse the group and get as high up as possible because they probably won't even think to look up. There are enough platforms here to climb, and jumping a nearby hunter could knock a weapon loose, giving you a chance at survival. He hides the group and goes off to hunt. He ambushes one of them, tackling the man to the ground and breaks his neck. The sergeant is an absolute killing machine, and the rich audience does not look pleased. By the time he's done, he's got a pair of shiny new shades with guns to spare. The host calls for reinforcements, and a small army comes down to kill the group. They're surrounded and outgunned, they have no bullets left, and the sergeant has no clever plan to save them. They're doomed. The husband gets shot in the chest by a gunman and dies instantly. There's still hope though, because someone is raiding the party. It's the anti-purgers, and they're here to rescue them. Oh I love these guys. I want to be on their team without question, because they're badass, and also because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This guy's squad of soldiers take out the gunman with ease, and now that they're free, the group sets off. The sergeant hijacks the host's car, and even though the purge is almost over, he's determined to finish his mission. They park near a suburban house where he explains to the waitress and the daughter how a drunk driver killed his son a year ago, and he's here to get his revenge. Callie here tries to convince him not to go through with it, but he snaps at her and tells the woman to stay in the car. He easily breaks into the house and wakes up the driver at gunpoint. He goes on an emotional tirade about his dead son and holds a knife over the driver's head. Finally, this son of a bitch is getting what he deserves. The front door opens, and a blood-covered sergeant walks into the home, exhausted.
You'd think that the narrator is the one that got done dirty. The way my man said, the son of a bitch. Fucking hell, man. Calm down.
Is done, when out of nowhere he shot twice and falls to the ground. He sees that the man who shot him was the minigunner who tracked the sergeant down by his car's license plates. The shooter explains the sergeant broke the unwritten rule of purge nights by saving lives. Americans haven't been killing nearly enough, so the government has stepped in to keep body counts high. The sergeant is interfering with this job. The man's just about ready to kill the sergeant, but he's shot in the head. The bullet, courtesy of the drunk driver who was left alive. The women rush out of the car and get into a face-off with some soldiers, but the sirens go off. The purge is officially over. The waitress and her daughter haul the sergeant into the driver's car and take him to the hospital. And once again, America waits for the next purge. But what do you think? How would you beat the purge anarchy? Let me know with a comment down below.
Like I said before, man, I'd stack up any type of weapon I can see. Anything that looks sharp, I'll make it, you know, into a weapon. Stack that up, put it in the right places. So that if anybody wants to come try me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, comment, and subscribe, guys.